Recording. I see it. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the podcast for Empathy and Imagination. This year's Willow Clark. I'm Drew Clark, and that's your lovely host, Aubrey Cloutier.
Let's see. Share screen.
Oh,
Advanced. Share.
sharing computer sound. I just got that. Oh, that's loud. Put it down on my end.
I don't know if that shows up in the recording.
What I could do? Oh man, I could actually put you on my big and have the audio coming through.
Tech setups. Welcome to the podcast for Empathy and Imagination. My name's That's Clark.
It's too important to make it green now. The audio is coming through all the different speakers.
Raise this up. Whoop. Oh, I was just playing it through the Finder. Anyway.
I know.
How we doing?
Oh man, I'm doing okay. We got babies and straps and cables, and I got a. There we go. Cool. Now Juniper Rose is occupied, and I just have the delightful and beautiful Willow Clark here joining us today on the podcast.
They both sort of have mohawk hair.
Yes. This one has like curly mohawk beginning. She's like, she's interested. She's got a hold of my headphone cable now. She's a week shy of 4 months old. And boy golly, is she at the stage now where you just got to hold her all the time. I mean, it's lovely. Can you imagine holding a cute baby? It's fun. It's really fun. Even when you're tired, she's gorgeous, but it's like, man.
What does she do if you don't hold her? Just gets into trouble?
You want to find out?
Oh.
No, she's not able to get into trouble yet. Juniper is, but Willow just more that like tips over and starts yelling.
Yeah.
And she'll just kind of yell.
Is one quieter than the other?
Willow is much quieter than Juniper because Willow is smaller. If we're lucky, the mic will pick up a sound that she'll do if she's like having a good time. It's like bird and dolphin noises I can't reproduce. This is just, that's just kind of standard squeaking.
Oh, is Juniper speaking?
Juniper is speaking more and more words all the time. Juniper, where's your nose? That's right, there's your nose. Juniper, where's your ear? Oh, she doesn't know that one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's your ear. See, she's getting it. Hey, Junie bug. Where is she? There she is. She's sitting in the little blue chair.
Is that a guitar?
Where? For the little baby? Yeah, it's a baby ukulele. It's pretty funny because the strings make sound. It has plastic strings, but they make the most horrifying off-note dissonant sound you could possibly imagine. But they trigger an electronic sound that is more song-like. I wasn't going to buy it for her. I didn't think it would be a cool toy, but Grandma got it for her, and she sort of slaps it.
Yeah, that's better than like a violin or snare drum.
Like that?
Two of the most annoying instruments if you don't know how to play them.
Yeah, the violin snare drum. We should make a baby violin snare drum combo.
What's going on? Any topics?
Oh, dude.
Crazy. All this shit going on in the news. Crazy times.
Well, it's weird is there seems to be, my feeling now is that people are starting to get angrier. I think people are getting fed up with stuff and they're starting to take stronger strides and opinions and feelings towards things.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like even my wife, when I bring up things that seem like they may not be exactly in line with what she thinks, it's like upsetting almost. It's like she's and just as an example, her, but many people, I think, that one's cool. I think they're feeling like they gotta they gotta grab onto something. They gotta grab a hold of an idea or a belief or a feeling to get us through the next few months.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like I think we talked about this, but the system pre-virus was, I think, broken and not sustainable, and we're sort of realizing that now.
Yeah. I'm hoping that is it. Yeah.
And people are so used to the routine of pre-virus that I don't know, there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm feeling like lines are being drawn in the sand a little bit. Do you get that feeling? I get that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that leadership is incompetent. Experts aren't really experts.
I'm as much as an expert as they are, I feel. And I'm not an expert on what? I mean, tools maybe, but.
Yeah, it's like, what would your grandmother do? That's where the wisdom is to be found in your ancestors' sort of behaviors and in books. But the top-down solutions are just failing us.
What would your grandmother do in a viral time? Your grandmother specifically.
Well, she'd probably do a lot of canning, like preserves.
Yeah.
Stay in, a lot of home cooked meals. Because there's so much wisdom that gets passed down to us, but then we second guess it because there's technology and shiny new things, and we think shiny new things are better than old things.
Is it second guess or is it like totally delete? Like how many millennials right now couldn't can anything?
Yeah. Well, yeah, totally delete for sure. And a lot of people are anti-religion and stuff, and there's plenty of arguments for that. But a lot of religion is just sort of rules of thumb for life.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should be just dismissed fully, whole cloth. I think there's enough nuggets of wisdom,
There's enough people in our population that the idea of organized religion helps them enough that that's how I would say I'm agreeing with you that the total wholesale dumping of the bucket of religion isn't going to work.
No, I think because even if that were possible, I think it would come back in some form.
Yeah, there'd be little groups that were like, "Oh no, I truly believe in Jesus."
I mean, look at the simulation theory. It's like, even geeks need religion. Right?
Well, all of our active systems are religions. I mean, I don't like it, but I have a food religion where I let certain foods I like to eat and certain foods I don't want to eat because I believe that they're good or bad for me. And but also too, like how I operate my business is sort of religiosity. Like there's no way I would not do my work in a day. Like it's like.
Right.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, you have skin in the game. I mean, it's your name, your business.
I have all of this.
If things go, all of your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so then is that religiosity then? If all of my skin is in I mean, what else do you call a religion?
I don't know if that's religion. It'd be beliefs and rules of thumb, things like that. I think skin in the game is, of course, essential for entrepreneurs, and it's a good filtering system, and that's why government is such a failure, is because usually there is no skin in the game, right?
It's too easy.
It's too easy, and people would just say, "Oh, we should go invade this country. We got to do this," but they don't have any stake in it.
Oh, like let's send the sons and daughters of poor people from Alabama in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
And whatever happens to them. But my kids, oh no, they're going to an Ivy League school.
Right. And so there's too much of that, for sure.
Yeah. Well, they're going to learn to cheat too. And it's really, you said it this last time, and I'm really, and I've been saying something like this for a long time, that like the Harvards and the Yales, it's not even education anymore. It is elite status certification.
Yeah, it's Studio 54 nightclub.
Yeah.
You get in, you get cool points.
Oh yeah, I hang at Studio 54. Oh yeah, I hang at Harvard.
Because think about this, like, yeah. So if the argument was, yeah, Harvard provides the best education in the country, and then say, well, shouldn't we be educating as many people as we can at the highest level?
If we want to
Well, yeah. And then we'd say, okay, well, then just open up Harvard's enrollment. You would get lynched, right? Because
if you just made it open online, everyone could just learn Harvard online.
So that's the dichotomy, is that, well, if we want everyone to be highly educated and Harvard is the best education, shouldn't Harvard be available to everybody?
In a good country, yeah.
And then, you tell that to the president of Harvard, his head explodes.
Yeah.
Because those are two contradictory things that can't exist
together. Right, because if that were to happen, if everyone were to go to Harvard, it would lose all of its credibility.
And that's how you know it's a scam.
Yeah. Ooh, good one.
Bam.
Bam. That was some slamming imagination that filtered through a little bit of empathy right there.
Yeah, I do have a lot of empathy for people who are unemployed.
You're employed right now. I'm employed right now. We're doing okay. A lot of people are not.
A lot of people are not. A lot of people are unemployed, but making more than they were when they were employed, ironically.
Evan is, dude, our good friend Evan, he was telling me today, I helped him find a job. It's weed packing, and it's on call, extremely part-time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has that, it didn't pay him enough to mess up his unemployment. But the weeks he worked, he made less working than he would have gotten from unemployment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like worse for him to work.
Yeah, and it's what a hellish world it would be if we're all dependent on the government for everything.
I don't even think about that, but then again, I'm very pro Andrew Yang, so it's like the government being in charge of sending me $1,200 a month, they can handle. The government being in charge of even foreign policy or old Cold War hangover, we need young blood to move into where we're spending so much money, and then we would have more as a nation because there are some people who don't have bootstraps. It's true that some people need help at times. I mean, I've needed help at times.
Sure.
And so it's but a lifeline, generations. When it's generational and people are doing this, they're having kids and they're teaching the kids to do it, and then the grandparents are doing it, and it's how much money can you get for having kids? And then unfortunately, there are now millions of people playing this game, and then that's what's even worse. The most sick part about it is you get more if the man leaves. You get more money, so there's an incentive for
if what?
If the father leaves the children.
Oh yeah.
The father.
Well, that's why the whole welfare. That's why welfare is totally broken.
Right, because it's encouraging the opposite of what we want.
And again, it's making you more reliant on the government. The government is clearly not the most competent player because there's no skin in the game, and the incentives aren't aligned.
How could they?
With private markets, you have aligned incentives because usually founders and so forth have their skin in the game. Reputation is on the line.
Okay, yeah.
So they have more incentive to actually follow through and perform well. And it gets more efficient. So the government is completely inefficient because it's not private market. Private markets become super efficient. I mean, just look at Amazon, the great evil Amazon.
Very little loss.
Very little loss, super efficient, totally gobbling up all companies and dominating whole industries.
Dude, those are going to become our government. The major corporations we have now, Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, they're becoming the impromptu de facto government because there's no way human beings writing letters with constituents based on a system that was invented in the 1600s is going to work in a modern 330 million person internet-laden technological world.
But I would argue that we have democracy. We're more of a democracy now than we've ever been.
Now? Well, but how do we? I guess so. That's probably even true.
In the sense that the president can put something out on Twitter, and people will respond, and then within days, the president will change his mind or make a decision. So he's getting the feedback loop is super tight, right? As opposed to the times when you had to, write a letter to your senator, blah, 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 takes weeks, months for things to be decided.
Years.
Now
And now
it's like,
Twitter, it's an hour.
yeah.
And you can,
And so
and our president can hear from millions of people in an hour. And I agree that is,
it's
how do
pretty
you
awesome.
beat that? How do you beat that?
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
awesome.
And I'm not even on Twitter. I probably should get on Twitter. I just like, it's vile.
There's some, it's good. It's good and bad. There's trade-offs. I mean, the good thing is like you could strike up a conversation with Inferno, the drummer.
I would love that.
You could
I would
like
love that.
you could Peter Joseph or whoever your idols are or whoever you would admire. You could actually strike up a one-on-one conversation, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like email, but to the sort of the next level. Because I can instantaneously communicate with my heroes. They may not respond, but you can like just that level of access is just crazy. And so that's the good part.
Okay.
The bad part, of course, is everyone's on Twitter. So you have
the
all the 99% of all the 99% of everything is crap still applies on Twitter as it does everywhere else.
But isn't there oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, the 240 character limit, I think, is poison for the human mind.
Yeah, I'm conflicted about that because Twitter will make you a worse reader. It'll make you like worse at reading comprehension and language.
Yeah.
But it also forces you to be concise. You can't just ramble for forever. Like you can do threads and stuff, but
that's why Facebook is most young people and big time entrepreneur. Yeah, it's too long. People are writing sonnets like as comments, and you're like, I don't have time.
Facebook is like reconnecting with all the people you know and learning that you hate them. Twitter is like making new friends who you like. I mean, that's extreme, but Facebook is more like existing relationships.
Yeah,
Twitter is more sort of expansive.
Yeah, this one's starting to fall asleep here. I wonder if we could get her a little zippy.
Must be your mellifluous tones.
Oh.
Well, sun is shining here.
Yeah, here too. It's fucking. Oh no, it's cloudy. But we'll be in the backyard later. Still early.
So miss you, man. Wish we could have a fire. My neighbors have a little fire, like fire pit. One of those metal ones. And they had that going the other night. I was like, man.
Dude, some beers, fire pit, nice bong. You can just talk until the sun comes up. I just keep talking.
Yeah, just one guitar.
Yeah, maybe two.
Maybe two.
You don't need more than 2 acoustic guitars.
Maybe some magical candy from the dark web.
Yeah, maybe magical dark candy. Since you're enjoying a beer, I just have to.
I know it's early there, but I've been seeing more of those lately. I've been seeing more of those lately.
Dude, here's the straight up facts. I'm trying to lose weight. If I drink a beer, I gained a pound. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Straight across. A nice, delicious beer equals about a pound.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding. This is my first beer in, I don't know, a month. So yeah, when I've been having a drink, I usually have like a vodka and tonic.
Yeah.
Zero carbs. But yeah, with the same thing with me. If I have a beer, it's like, I've lost weight just by not drinking beer.
Me too.
And like less active than I am usually because I'm just inside instead of walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to getting older.
Yeah. So you know me. I just turned 37, 6'2". You know that bike orderer time. The whole time I was basically 285.
Yeah.
Most of that. As of yesterday, I'm 258.
Oh wow.
So 27. Yeah. 27 pounds. I feel very different.
Nice.
All my clothes, I need to get new clothes. The whole thing.
Oh, that's good.
It feels good. My bulging disc thing, and they're like, you got to lose weight to help the bulging disc. Like, yeah.
Again, what would your grandmother? Let's say your grandmother, 400 years ago. She would probably say, don't go to the doctors. Just go outside, get some exercise. Don't take any medicine. Don't take any medication. Just
she'd probably say
lift
exercise,
rocks, and move stuff around, walk around. Yeah.
Eat the soup, lift rocks.
So modernity in that way is a problem.
Well, it's making us unhealthy.
Because of
modernity.
Yeah, modernity is like, well, add this new thing to your life. When I think it's more fruitful to remove things from your life.
Simplify.
So instead of adding supplements or whatever, remove things that are negative. It's way more productive. And you have to keep track of less shit.
Okay, so what do we do? I have a question. What do we do about this?
What?
The golden age of, well, just one category. Let's just say entertainment. It's movies, TV shows, bands, skits, sketch comedy, Netflix, all the things. Every day there's 5 new shows and movies, and it's like I could never watch everything that there is, and I have this like tension, FOMO. I don't know what it is, but it's like I wonder if we could, as entrepreneurs of the empathy and imagination, we could develop a manner by which to interact with new, wonderful TV shows and movies coming into our lives. Because when I was a kid, watching a movie a week or something was kind of a lot. Maybe other week I'd watch a movie or something, but there was some TV shows or whatever. Just thinking about like my younger life, and now it's like after we put the kids to bed, Rebecca's pretty tired. So I'm like, do you want to go in the studio and record something? And she looked at me like, I've been wiping babies all day. I don't want to do anything. And so I'm like, what do we do about all of the media? How do I feel good about missing out on hundreds of new movies and bands and shows that everyone's like, oh, have you seen Ozark? It's the best show. Have you seen it? It's like, I fucking nowhere near have any time.
I'll tell you why. I mean, so the one thing that you can never get back, the most valuable thing in the world, is time. And if you start looking at movies and shows as just time wasters, I mean, that's really what they are. They do give you some pleasure, I think, depending on what you're watching. But for me, I like program myself to look at them as sort of a waste. I mean, it's like, oh, here I am, like for 2 hours, I'm going to watch Matthew McConaughey make millions of dollars. And then it's like, okay, I just watched an actor make millions of dollars. Okay. Especially like negative, like dark, scary stuff that doesn't uplift you. Just like, yeah, it's a really good show, man. Super dark. Like, well, do I really want things that are super
Black Mirror or Ozark or things like that?
Like, do I really want? Because it's like you are what you eat, but you are what you consume across all levels. So you are the media you consume. Media is mind control, right? So you can program yourself.
Is that the Latin for media? Is mind control us or something?
I don't know. So you can sort of program yourself by what you choose to watch and listen to and be around. So maybe one solution would be getting over the FOMO feeling by creating. So instead of being a consumer, by consuming these shows and stuff that you'll forget in a week, right? Who cares about Lost at this point? Nobody. So instead of consuming, maybe get into a producer mindset. So instead of, oh, I want to watch a show, be like, oh, I'm going to make a show. Now, granted, a lot of times when you want to watch a movie or something, it's because you're low energy and you just want to veg out. And I think that's fine, but I think we're going to see less. It's hard to say because to me it seems like TV is dead, and it seems like movies are dying.
Yeah, how do we still have the Kevin Hart Jumanji like $100 million blockbusters with The Rock?
Yeah, I don't know.
And, I mean, I want to watch Jumanji. That still is true. So they're dying, but I mean, if you're gonna make funny movies with really famous people, you're still gonna make money.
Yes, indeed. And I don't know. I think the older I get, my perspective on that stuff changes for sure.
Movies. So I,
Movies, music, you know.
by that measure, then, friend, why would I? I'm feel when I take myself there, I'm like, why would I make a movie? Who could possibly watch it?
For your own fulfillment.
Make something that I would like to watch.
Well, just who cares if anyone sees it?
Yeah,
That's ego. That would be ego coming into it.
well, if we follow the mission of art from Alex Gray, we must understand that the cycle of art includes sharing it with people. That's part of it. If you make wonderful paintings and lock them in an attic forever, does that count?
I agree that you should share what you create, but you shouldn't be tied to um, having it become popular or something.
That would be healthy.
I mean, would it be more fulfilling to listen to a podcast or do a podcast?
It's way more fulfilling to do a podcast.
I mean, no one sees these, and we keep doing it.
No, there's like 25 people.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you upload in a while.
I uploaded our last week one.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen it yet.
It's kind of janky, but it works.
It's fine. I mean,
But yeah, I think a lot where it's the virus is sort of making us question a lot of the old structures.
Yep.
And old sort of patterns and paradigms, which is good because I think it needs to be rethought. I don't think it was sustainable the way it was.
Well, everyone knows that it wasn't. We were burning both ends of the garbage truck, going like, "Where am I going to sleep?" You know, it just. Yeah, it wasn't sustainable, and still sort of isn't.
No, and then the Fed's printing tons of money, and it's like, what's going to happen with that? That's it. There's so many question marks right now.
I'm going to devalue my 401k. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be worth a lot less.
Yeah, and also like if we can just print money, can we just print all the money each year for taxes, and then just not charge anybody taxes because we just print it all and give it to the government?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's just print the money for taxes, and everyone keeps their earnings. And
then you get to the point where like, well, if we can just print money, like why is anyone working for money?
Yeah.
Like why do we? What is that all about? So you sort of realize that money is total slavery.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It seems like the whole edifice is cracking.
Yeah, you see the dollar as like losing. Like, is this a turning point for the dollar, or did they just save the dollar?
It's hard to say, man, because the government doesn't want to give up power. It's going to fight tooth and nail to keep that power.
So wasteful, though. So wasteful. So
the government is a study in inefficiency, right?
Yeah.
Think about the DMV or something like that.
Wow.
That's the whole government.
Yeah.
Everything is not efficient. Nothing is optimized. Budgets keep getting inflated. You put a policy in place, and it's hard to get rid of a policy.
Yeah.
It just keeps perpetuating. Even if it's proven to be bad, it just keeps going.
Well, because it was better than what was there before, and it's really hard to stop what's already going.
Yeah, I mean, like welfare or some of the other cockamamie government policies. It's like, this isn't going away, is it? And then, all the internet spying, the internet, that bill that was just passed about the NSA can look at your browsing history, and it's just fucking crazy, man.
I didn't know that there was a new bill about that. I figured everyone was recording everything I did at all times. So
it's a good assumption, I think. It's probably true.
That when everyone knows that pushes the society downward. And even if I have nothing to hide, it's still if I have something come up in my consciousness that I might not want to share, it's going to control and minimize a lot of people's speech, even in a podcast. Because
Yeah.
well, I'm supposed to, this is surveillance, right? I'm intentionally turning the camera on myself, hoping that someone will gain something. From it.
Even Joe Rogan's, he's afraid of getting censored from YouTube. So like the biggest podcast of all time
Can't play a YouTube
has his Lord and Master,
right? The corporate.
which is depressing. But
Yeah.
the way
He
out
could go to
is
JoeRogan.com and fuck YouTube. He could do
yeah,
that. And
exactly. And there's like solutions like a decentralized YouTube where there's no one in control. That's sort of a solution. But it seems more and more like we're becoming atomized individuals and producers on our own, which I think is good because everyone's unique. So if you're just watching what some one person creates, it's inherently unique. And I would argue it's maybe more inherently satisfying than like watching Ozark on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, the show is so suspenseful. It's like, well, Lost was suspenseful. Nobody gives a shit about Lost. No one's talking about it.
I loved Lost.
I did too, but it was like, what value did that give to
care
life?
now. Yeah.
None.
No, it gave me brief respite from the darkness of my thoughts.
And that I would argue is a good purpose for media and movies. People want to escape, right?
The nighttime story time. It's so natural for my kids want me to read them a story. If I don't read June a story when it's her bedtime, she's like, It's like, I think it is something about calming the mind. You get a story in mode, and then you can sleep. There's something about around the fire before you go to bed.
Exactly.
Story time, which is the TV is the fire now.
Yeah, there was some study about that where it was like sleep, a sleep study, I think. I may be totally botching this, but it was like people slept the best when they were outside with other people, dog and fire.
Oh, really?
So when there was a fire, and even when not with other people, if you have a dog and a fire, people slept better.
Wow.
And again, that goes back to the ancestors, right? Because we were probably doing that for thousands of years.
Hundreds of thousands of years.
Just the wolf,
just that.
Fire, you're safe.
Yep. Because the dog will let you know if someone's coming up. The fire will take away most of the small critters and the big ones.
And it's like we did that for so long that it's now sort of ingrained in us.
All my urges to go sleep outside with the fire and the dogs
exactly.
are completely fulfilled. I would probably get the best sleep of my life if I slept in my backyard.
That's the draw of like bike order warriors and all that stuff. Like,
I miss the bike order warriors.
You need to go out in the wilderness. You need to do missions with other men into the wilderness.
And I want to add in some like bushcrafting or trapping. Like I want to like in the future when you move back to California and we start this up again. I'm picturing a little bit of bushcrafting, like something like I don't know, maybe we trap
or like pets in the trailer or something.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a little dog and we bring it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or animal. I could bring June maybe. I could see that. Oh, you're talking about producing. Let me talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because my upstairs new neighbor, who's amazing, her name is Vetiver. She
Gratitude OG.
Yeah, she's Gratitude OG. She makes her own elixirs. So she's growing the plants in our yard to make she has 4 lines of product that she makes with it's scents and things for different moods for people.
Chicks love smells. I know.
Oh, and she's good at it. So she's got one's called Scallywag. It's like a defense spray. It's like you spray it to keep away the scallywags. She has other cool stuff, but she has no experience or idea. She has an Instagram, but she's never posted. She doesn't know how to make a video. She doesn't know how to talk about her products. She's a massage therapist. She can do even kind of video chat with people about herbs. Some people like that,
Yeah.
But she could be doing this stuff, and she sort of is already, but it's like she hasn't made a video, doesn't know how to edit a video, can't pull music and a title, and I'm like, I can film you in our garden saying something cool. I'll put in titles and music, and I can post it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at that point, I'm the producer, and I'm going to put it up on our channel.
Right.
like our channel will get that, and then she can repost everywhere she wants to. But if I'm doing all of the work, I'm thinking it's not even likely she would get views if she started her own YouTube channel, especially now. Like, who's, you know, even our little meager channel has hours and hours of content and thousands of, you know, that's, at least it's like something.
Yeah.
So that's me producing. Like, yeah, what if it wasn't worth nothing, all the stuff we've done, you know? And we could, like, I could produce other content.
Depends on how you value how you're quantifying worth. I mean,
okay,
you know, is like talking to your friend worth it?
that's the point of life,
right? I mean, the point of life is not to make money. It's like to be yourself and accrue experiences.
The distraction, I think, is the pain that's associated with not enough money.
Right.
I think that's the distraction.
Yeah, that's a huge distraction.
But honestly, yeah, I mean, I think we are getting better at making stuff, and I think us as producers, like producing other people, I could picture on the Empty and Imagination channel, there's some other, what do you call it, playlist that's about like herbs or something, like sort of a garden update offshoot sort of a thing.
Yeah, I think it's like all inclusive in terms of content.
We could do lots of cool stuff, and it's like starting new YouTube channels for every possible idea is like, I don't think the way to go. But yeah, so I'm going to be producing music. I'm going to be producing videos. Where the album I'm making, we're doing it remotely. It's going very well. I've got 3 songs in the can. The 4th one I'm practicing now. I can actually, I could probably share a little bit with you.
Yeah, if you share your computer audio, if you hit share screen, and then go to advanced, and then hit music or computer sound only.
Audio settings.
If you just do share screen.
Let me just do the share. Yeah, there it is.
And then there should be.
Oh, host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Oh, I don't know why that's like the default. Multiple participants can share simultaneously. So yeah, click share screen, then advanced. The middle one, music or computer sound only.
Music or computer sound only?
Yep. There we go.
Can you hear me talking still?
Yeah, and I should be able to hear. Oh, you got to redo it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Let's pull it up. So you can see my screen.
Well, I can just hear your audio, which is all I need.
Okay, cool. So, we're going to pull up something interesting and fun for you to listen to, and especially since you're a bassist. Let's do, because you're a bassist, let's listen to the one where the bass is really loud. So you can kind of get a bassist taste of a mix where we're at. From the song Iron Castle. Are we ready? Is now a good time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Rock it. Let me know about the levels. How are those levels?
Sounds good. Is there a click track on there?
Yeah, there is. We do one without a click track.
Sure.
Let's just do the regular, this one. Yeah, this should be good. little bit of editing, mixing.
Nice. That's not you on guitar, is it?
No, that's with Zide on guitar.
It's awesome. That's your tune, though, right?
Yeah, that's the song
Yeah.
I mostly wrote. Yeah, Iron Castle, and that's it. A little more alive with other people. Obviously, the vocals aren't on it.
It's pretty good.
But it's getting pretty good for remote recording, not a real studio.
You know, I'm wondering where those It's Kind of Good stuff went.
Yeah, I saw a link somewhere.
Not going to spend too much time looking for this, but yeah, like vampire and stuff. Like, where are those original files?
Oh yeah, could you play Vampire? That'd be cool.
Do I even have it anywhere? How did we record that originally?
On your laptop in the old backyard of your place in Berkeley. Remember outside? We did it outside. We were stoned to the gills.
We started it though at your place, Richmond.
Yeah, we had a recording session in the Richmond place and in your backyard, which took like 2 hours to set up, which was really fun.
Yeah,
I still daydream about us having fun, like electronic activities outside in the backyard, like podcasting, like the old days. Remember how we started on the porch where you were smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
And we were outside on the porch, and it was just like we'd go for 3 hours and say almost nothing.
Yeah. Let me see if I have a picture I can share with you.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Because I know I have pictures of that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some gratitude pictures in here too.
Oh, cute. Yeah, can you share that stuff?
Oh, here we go. Let's see how I'm gonna share this with you. Let's see.
Full screen is nice. When you do full screen, this is. I love how crisp everything is too. Like you can see your eyelashes. Like you have such good lighting from your lovely sunshine.
Portion of screen. Let's see if we can do that.
I think I'm gonna have another one of these.
Does that work?
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. That is. I miss that stuff. Look at that sake.
French onion dip,
Whose bong is that?
fully packed.
Look at our good ass.
Fully packed bong.
Everything we have there is like good. We've got beer, sake, packed bong, which I don't remember that bong.
That's not my bong. Must have been yours. It's like
Yeah.
janky mic pop.
Oh
filter.
yeah, the pop filter. Yeah.
Yeah, good shit.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, the old leopard tape.
Yeah.
On the bass
Zebra taped.
zebra tape and the bass drum microphone.
It's like a bass drum microphone zebra taped to a cymbal stand piece onto a floor mic stand.
Yeah. How many years did we record like that? Like 1.5.
Yeah.
I still have
Working with what we have.
Your old microphone is still here, but if I remember correctly, it's not totally. There's like a glitch in one of the connectors or something.
Which microphone?
The one you used forever, like that one in the image. It's here somewhere. Actually, I have the other one you eventually used too. Hi, baby girl. You want to say hi to Aubrey?
Yeah, microphones are like, I'll just buy another one.
Well, what I'm thinking about doing. Instead of the headset thing, I'm thinking about just setting up my interface and the mic and just having it be like the shit I've got. I've got good headphones, really good.
You have that cool like PreSonus interface.
PreSonus, yeah.
That's what you would use.
Yeah, I would just plug in my mic. Actually, the Evans Good mic that's for vocals, I loaned to Zide to record guitar with for the album. So I only have your old microphone and my old microphone.
Yeah, I may request that interface back. There may be a use for it, and maybe the snake too.
If you can use it, dude, I would be honored to ship it to you.
Yeah,
honored, because I don't have anything to use it, and I would hate for it to go to waste, because everything works on it.
Yeah.
And if you've got your band, and you guys could do a kick-ass recording with the 8-channel interface that you have here. Yeah. Hi.
Hey, June. You can't hear me.
Here.
Hi, June. It's me, Aubrey. Hi. Hi. I like that.
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
She liked it.
She's starting to smell. I think I got to change her diaper pretty soon.
Yeah. That's cool. We've been going for an hour. It's been an hour already. Let's do this more often.
Dude, we can do this all the time. I don't want to stop. It's like I want to change her diaper and keep going, but I love you, man. When are you moving back?
Can't say. It's not impossible. It's not zero probability.
That's why I keep mentioning it, because I know it's not zero. I know it's below 40 right now. It's well below 40, but I know it isn't zero.
It's not zero.
Because you're going to make dough, and then you're going to want to live somewhere nicer. And
yeah, you got a monopoly on the warm, dry coastline.
We have a monopoly on growing vegetables every single day of the year.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I think we're going to see more urban farming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've started 6 rabbitries since this whole thing went down. We've sold the stock to 6 groups of people to start rabbitries.
Start what?
We've sold the breeding stock to 6 families that are starting rabbitries. So we've helped spawn 6 rabbitries in the Bay Area since this happened.
That's what it's called, a rabbitry.
A rabbitry.
Very cool. Well, yeah, we're like my drummer, Dave F. He just sent me something. He's been like writing stuff for the project with me and my brother and him. And he recorded. I was like, he sent me the file, Logic Pro file. I was like, how did you? It sounded good. I was like, how did you do this? He's like, I used. He's like, he used multiple iPhones
iPhones?
for his drum miking. So
No.
yes, here I'll play.
No.
Here I'll play it for you.
No.
See if I can
Use.
find it.
Ah.
I was
I
like,
gotta
wow,
hear
this
it.
sounds great. How'd you do it? He's like, well, I just had like old spare iPhones.
I know. It smells like poo poo. You just put your poo poo in your pants.
So let me see if you can hear this. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, let me know if you can hear this. Whoop. 1 second. 1 moment, please.
Yeah. She's giving me the look. Can you can I change
Next
your
time,
diaper
too.
and then you play it for me? Will that work?
Yeah, or we can just do it next time.
I really want to hear it.
You froze.
Or no? What do you got? What do you need?
Yeah. You want me to play it or wait? I guess we're waiting. Back in a moment. Nice
Sure.
clean baby.
Yeah, we wiped her butt. It was really flaky poop.
All happy now.
Yeah, he was getting bummed out. Okay, we're ready to listen.
All right. Ready?
Mhm. You don't hear anything.
You hear it?
Barely.
Really?
I can hear it through your mouth microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, it's like weirdly delayed now. Your video's delayed. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Why wouldn't it play this? Let's see. Export. Let me just try to export it. Let's see if this works. It might take a minute. Where did Rebecca go to walk?
She rode her sister to kind of the Oakland Redwood Hills.
Nice. Redwood Regional Park.
Yeah, Redwood Regional, I believe. Oh, I heard something.
Where's Evan living?
He lives in a mixed-use building with, I don't know if you ever met Jay. Jay is a person we know from kind of the Lena world. He's sort of a Psytrance Festival DJ kind of a guy. And, yeah, they're both singing in harmony now. June's eating the earpiece, which is perfect.
Jay. Does he have
Anyway,
dyed
he lives
hair?
with Jay.
Have dyed hair?
Yes, he's the pink hair guy.
Okay.
It's the no hair on top, but it's like the pink skullet.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. How's he doing?
Not great. I mean, it's, he's struggling with the COVID and everything, but they've got it like was a storefront, and then Jay has this like plywood box that fits in the living room that he calls his bedroom, and then there's like two other bedrooms. Evan rents one of them. It's kind of a weird setup, but it's a big place, which is cool. Like they kind of have a small little stage and kind of really high ceilings and a bunch of mirrors in their living room.
Cool.
So you could have like little parties there. It's not bad, and it's kind of on a street where you could be loud and it wouldn't be the end of the world.
In
So
Berkeley or in Oakland?
Oakland.
Give me one moment, please. Exporting file.
I'm doing all these things. Wow. Jimmy, you're not supposed to suck on that. He's exporting the file. He's bringing. So this is your friend, and he recorded drums with multiple iPhones.
Yeah.
What are iPhones not going to do?
Right? It's
What are retired iPhones not going to do?
retired iPhones.
They're going to do everything.
Priceless.
We're going to be filming with those babies.
I mean, the switcher, they keep upping their requirements for the OS. So I don't know if you can use like old iPhone 5s as a switcher, but you can get around that if you don't use switcher. There are other alternatives, but they're more of a learning curve. But
switcher still.
Yeah, even for regular basis stuff, I was thinking just putting clipping a couple iPhones to the old axe there.
Yeah.
And just not necessarily live streaming, but just recording multiple video files from different angles and then put them all together, post.
Well, are you going to bust out that bass guitar right now and give us a little sample of me?
I don't know if you'd be able to hear it.
Oh, yeah. Can you plug in at all? Do you have an interface or anything? Or how is your mic plugged in?
I do, but I don't know if you'd be able to hear it.
Yeah, it probably takes some setup for maybe next time.
Yeah, Logic Pro is taking a long time to export this thing.
I bet I could hook up my drums and we could like do a jam sesh sometime.
There is some kind of online like jam service software.
Google Meet, they just made free, and I saw people doing it on that.
How do they get around the latency issue?
I saw it on the commercial for Google Meet. They were having a band practice. I don't know. Zoom's pretty good though.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, Logic doesn't want to cooperate. So I'm going to quit this.
Maybe that's a teaser for next week.
It's going to be a teaser because I haven't put the baseline on it yet.
Okay.
But
well, I would love if we could do a little bit of bass next week. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Been thinking about your regular bassist idea.
Yeah. Where we'd kind of maybe tack it on to the end of this, and then you could get, like you were saying, it would be helpful to do it to somebody.
Yeah, I just need constant fucking validation, reinforcement, you know.
Well, good. Let's do it.
Don't we all?
Let's do more of it.
Yeah, so we'll tease. Okay, that was a teaser for next week. We'll play that. What else is going on in science world?
Yeah, what is there a science update?
They released the flag for Space Force.
Oh, I heard about that.
Isn't that awesome? We're like on the founding of the Federation. You and I can say we were there.
The founding of the Federation.
Starfleet. Yeah. Force. It's basically Starfleet.
Yeah, I mean, it's an extension of Air Force, which is natural. I mean, they're getting pretty close to space anyway with those super high flying ships.
Yep.
So let's just have a Space Force and a space station, and let's become a multi-planetary species.
Do it. Everyone shits on Elon Musk for his aspirations, but we sort of, whether or not they're cockamamie aspirations, we sort of need people to believe that they're true anyway. You know.
Yeah. Can you hear that high-pitched whistling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dolphin.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Nice. All right, man. Maybe we should cut it here and rejoin next week.
I wish it was longer. I love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. I guess I'll same time next week.
Yeah, let's keep doing this, and I'm gonna slowly trick you to move back.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man.
Bye.
Love your lady. Be well.
Bye.